One of the most common things we hear from businesses starting their ESG reporting journey is this: we don't know where the data lives. And honestly, that is a fair point. ESG data is not tidy. It doesn't sit in one system, belong to one team, or get collected through one process. Environmental, social, and governance information is generated right across your organisation, often without anyone realising it. In the previous video, we looked at what sustainability and ESG actually mean and why the distinction matters. Now let's get practical. The question is not whether the data exists, but whether your business functions are talking to each other well enough to find it, capture it, and actually use it. ESG is a whole business activity. A really common mistake is to hand ESG reporting to one person, usually someone in sustainability, compliance, or finance, and expect them to pull it all together on their own. That rarely works. It leads to incomplete data, last-minute scrambles, and reports that do not hold up to scrutiny. The businesses that report well treat ESG as a shared business activity, not a silo. So let me walk you through what each part of your organisation actually contributes. Firstly, operations. Your operations team holds most of the important environmental data in the business: energy consumption, fuel use, waste volumes, water usage. If you are working towards GHG emissions reporting, most of your Scope 1 and Scope 2 data will come from here. The practical ask is not complicated. Monthly meter readings, fuel and fleet records, a basic waste log. The challenge is building that habit so the data is clean and consistent rather than being chased at year end. Second, procurement and supply chain. If you need to report on Scope 3 emissions, or if your customers are asking you for your supply chain ESG data, procurement is your gateway. This team manages your supplier relationships, which means they are best placed to request supplier questionnaires, track responses, and flag where the gaps are. Third, finance. Finance holds the data that underpins both your environmental and governance reporting. Energy spend, waste disposal costs, travel, capital investment in sustainability improvements. It's all in the accounts. And as climate-related financial disclosure requirements develop, finance will need to understand how sustainability risks translate into financial exposure. Bringing finance in early means your ESG data has a solid commercial foundation. Fourth, HR and people. The social pillar of ESG relies heavily on HR data. Workforce diversity, staff turnover, training hours, pay equity, health and safety records. HR teams are often already collecting this information for other reasons. The task is simply connecting it to the ESG reporting process, so it is consistent and comparable year on year. And finally, leadership and governance. Governance is less about numbers and more about structure, policy, and accountability. Who sits on the board? What sustainability policies are in place? How are ESG risks reviewed at a senior level? These are questions your leadership team needs to be able to answer clearly. Governance is the part of ESG reporting that shows your organisation is not just doing good things, but is structured to keep doing them. So what does this look like in practice? It doesn't need to be complicated. A shared data collection template circulated to relevant function leads each quarter with clearly defined responsibilities and simple instructions. That will take you a long way. The key is agreeing in advance who owns what, so that when reporting season arrives, you are consolidating data rather than hunting for it. This ESG data collection starter template is available for you to download for free using the link in the description. When your functions work together on ESG data, something useful happens beyond better reporting. Operations spot efficiency savings, finance quantifies sustainability risk, procurement strengthens supply relationships, HR improves staff engagement, and leadership gets a clearer picture of the business. ESG reporting done well is not a compliance exercise. It's a way of seeing your business more clearly and making better decisions as a result. In the next video, we're going to zoom in on one of the biggest sticking points in ESG reporting: supply chains. We will look at what a sustainable supply chain actually means and how we can help bridge the gap between corporates and SMEs. If you're not sure where to start, our free ESG Progress Checker is a great first step. It will give you a quick read on where your business currently stands and point you towards the areas that need attention first. The link will be in the description. Or if you would like to talk it through with us, book a free discovery call at wyldeConnections.co.uk/book. And I'll see you in the next video.